So you said Flex is corny.
He's mad corny.
I mean, but my boy said basically, I don't care what y'all say, man. Y'all out here saying Gunna is cool, so I'm gonna start running the records.
Yeah. Okay.
Did
so
is
it based on you actually want to play 6ix9ine records?
That's the question.
Or is it based on just because Gunna is doing whatever he's doing and people are up in arms about it? Is that the reason?
I believe
because it boils down to 6ix9ine doesn't have anything playable.
Right.
He's an internet troll and he's a radio troll. So I guess it's a perfect marriage at the end of the day. But I don't know, man.
I think Lone just said the word.
It kind of puts Flex in the same position that people have been talking about him for years now. I mean, he had a beef with Pac after Pac was gone.
And Simba roasted him on that freestyle, by the way,
man.
too.
Yeah, he did. In his face. Yeah. Talk to him as a man in his face.
Talk to him as a man. We got, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, we had to.
Yeah, it's a wrap for that today.
It's a wrap for that. Jay Moore, man, this the snitching talk. Gunna out here, Gunna lost all his, now I don't know if this is real now, I just saw a screenshot. I think he lost the majority of his followers. Name is being mentioned in records. They said Lil Durk might have dissed him. What you think about Flex? Is this just clout chasing,
we
man?
Need the loan
you already know.
Interjection.
What, that I don't care?
Yeah, I wanted the sound though. I like when you
Well, no, I mean, you got to understand, Flex is and I can say this as somebody old, is an old man still trying to insert himself into young, relevant, quote unquote, pop rap business. He doesn't really care about any of this stuff.
Thanks, man.
At least he shouldn't. I mean, like it's still weird to me, and like his status is solidified. He's a
legend now.
But at the same time, it's just weird, like for him to be this old, still up here trying to do this, on
pulling straws for attention.
You know. I think it's
Terry hit the nail on the head about the records. Like, what are the records that you gonna run?
You know, it'd be one thing if maybe 6ix9ine had something that was so undeniable that you had to play it, and now you've just been looking for an excuse. But that's not how 6ix9ine's music works. I mean, it just isn't good enough.
It's not John Blaze
for you to be like.
It's not John Blaze.
I mean, it's just like we're trying to make excuses to play bad music that you're not interested in anyway. I don't know what Gunna, I don't know what his career prospects are going forward, especially if people start really going to jail and the paperwork starts to lead back to him. But I don't know. I'm not that versed in the case and the exact reasons why Gunna's got to go home and everybody else is still sitting in jail. But you know, it's just for him to even bring for Funkmaster Flex to even bring up 6ix9ine. It's like, dude, you don't care like that.
Corny.
And, you know,
he wanted New York to be on top so bad.
You're already on the radio every night in New York. All right. You don't have to do this. There are some people, they got to say stuff like this because they're trying to, you know, get whatever it is off the ground so they can be heard in, you know, market number 67. You are in market number 1 and have a platform, and this is what you choose to do with it. It's just corny. And plus, like I said, you're not really playing. Nobody's really playing, you know, after Pushin' P ran its course, it's not like we're checking for Gunna like that anyway. People were talking about how his album was just okay before all this stuff happened. So there's the records aren't even there for us to be like, oh, what's Gunna going to do next? Well, unless he comes out with some straight, because if he comes out with some straight heat, all will be forgiven.
Will it?
Well, you know what? I take that back. Once again, it depends on how many people wind up going to jail and what the pay, and if it looks like his paperwork came around to get some of those people convictions. Because I know it's been said that like nothing he said and he admitted to is going to put anybody else in jail, but
we'll see how it plays out.
We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out. But once again, Funkmaster Flex doesn't care anything about 6ix9ine's music. This is just something for him to seem relevant. And it's like, dude, you are the legacy hip hop station in the #1 market in America. You don't have to do this.
Terry, you said you mentioned that he wants to have. You said New York hip hop at the top so bad. You think that's
he's about to put a battery in 6ix9ine's back and carry a flag for him? That's ugly.
That is ugly.
There's a lot more artists in New York. Like, why don't he get behind ~SkyZoo? ~SkyZoo just dropped the album.
That's too much like right though.
Yeah,
that's
play his records on the radio. Why you so pressed to play 6ix9ine records? It makes no sense.
It goes back to what we just talked about. You know, what moves the needle?
I don't know. I think it's I'm sitting here looking at the quote here. I just think it's a weird double standard that doesn't make any sense. Like,
You talking about Flex's quote?
Flex, yeah. So like he said, spoke to Jim Jones. He expressed that for him there will never be any tolerance for testifying and cooperating. In today's era, Jones and I may disagree on the why or why not the music should play of people who cooperate, but we both agree that times might have changed and integrity is fully lost. So I'm no longer not playing his music. So the interesting thing about that statement is like, just because the culture is that way doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice your own integrity. And so for him saying that means that he's just like, well, I'm going to just jump in line with everybody else because if nobody else has integrity, I don't have to have it either. So why do it? It's just like, you're corny, man. Just integrity isn't something that is like, you have integrity, I have integrity, Jay has integrity, everybody watching has integrity. It's not something that is like this big culmination of thing. Like you get to decide where your parameters are. So I don't know. It just seems super corny to me.
I mean, nobody made him come out one and just say this so everybody can see it. So that's cloud attached right there. And to your point about the integrity, you don't have to.
If this is how you feel, then this is how you feel. But if it's not, then why are you caping for some invisible rule out there? Like you have the control to do what if you wanted to play 6ix9ine's music before,
should have played it.
Is that suggesting that you always wanted to play it? You know,
that's
like,
a good question.
Now you just like, well, the goalpost seems to have moved, so I guess I'll move with it.
Yeah,
like that's the biggest. That's the problem we have in society right now. Everybody just wants to go ahead. And, you know, anytime they move the goalpost, it's like, all right, we'll just go ahead and move with the goalpost.
I like that one, Lone, where you said perhaps he may have been itching to play them joints and didn't feel comfortable about it. Now this is a fake out.
I don't even know if that's necessarily. I just don't think he has. I don't want to put him out there. I don't know Flex like that, but it just doesn't seem like he has integrity.
It doesn't sound genuine at all, though.
Good. They're not that. His songs aren't that good.
Well, that too.
To be foaming at the mouth to play him on the radio.
I just think that this is Does he really care? Like,
no,
you know,
I don't
like,
think so.
Does he really care? Because it does. I don't feel like he does. So it's just a weird place to position yourself.
It strikes me as a wave, like riding a wave. Yeah, it strikes me as a wave. Seems like it's corny.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think it's corny when people cloud chase and they have no reason to do so, and that's what I think that's my whole thing with Flex. It's like, here you are.
In control.
In complete control.
Complete control.
Of, you know, you probably have more autonomy than almost any DJ who worked for a corporate entity, you know, because like if you didn't already know, basically if you work for most stations and you're a mix show DJ or you call yourself a mix show DJ, they're going to give you a list of songs to play. And if you deviate anywhere outside of this playlist, you could potentially be fired. I think because Flex has been there so long, if he really likes a record, he can just go ahead and play it. Like that's the kind of autonomy he has. He's known for playing songs 8 times in a row. There's no way, of all the DJs that I know, between St. Louis, Indianapolis, Chicago, if they did anything like that, they would be immediately fired. So Flex can do what he wants as far as programming is concerned. Why he would even bring this up, like I said, dude, you're at the top. You don't have to do what everybody else does. And so that's why it's just kind of baffling to me that he would just kind of insert himself into this is Atlanta business with Gunna and all this. He doesn't need to insert himself into any of this.
Yeah.
In true Flex fashion, he inserted himself.
Drop a bomb on that.
You clown.